since I caught you all that ice. You got no chill, no more.
Hi YouTube, it's London and I am back with another video. This is my second video, but I do have a story time for y'all. Disclaimer. Well, first of all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please watch till the end. This is gonna be a very interesting, well, depends on how you take it. But please like, comment, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell because I'm gonna be uploading daily, I guess. I'm gonna start. No promises. Also, disclaimer, if you are under 18, get off this video, please. 18 and up, please. We don't need no children in here, okay? And also, if you're a family member watching this, that's on you. I don't care. I am grown. Okay? We all did stuff, but I'm being more open about my situation, okay? Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the story time. This started off in high school. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh my god. You can tell by the title. You can tell by the title of the video. This is gonna be my story time about my first time bottoming. And I'm nervous. But I'm not the only one that went through this, okay? So, oh well. So I just wanna say I wasn't a really fast gay kid, you know. I know some others weren't, but there were some that are fast and had lost their virginity at 13, 14. I was 17 in my case. I was a junior in high school. I met this guy. He was older. He was around 19, and he was really cute and, you know, a fine Hispanic, little curly hair guy. I'm not saying no names, of course, but yeah, so we met. I'm not gonna say how. You know what? All right. I was on Grindr at 17. What? And I let everyone know my age, okay? They know I was 17. I was almost 18, but I was 17, and I met this guy. He was around 19, and he hit me up, and I was like, oh my god, he's kind of cute. So we talked further, you know, and we got to know each other in a way. So he gave me his Instagram, and we chat on Instagram. And mind you, I was in high school, junior year, and I was a little nervous because, you know, he asked me if he can come see me the next day. And I had school the next day, mind you. And I was like, yeah, of course you can. You know, I want to meet you and everything. So, yeah, the next day, I was at school, you know, we were texting. He was letting me know when he was on his way. So I told my friend if she can come with me because I was nervous and, you know, scared. Because it was my first time, like, physically interacting with a guy at all, like literally. So my friend was like, yeah, I'll come with you. Shout out to her. He texted me, he said he was outside. So this was during my lunch break, so I didn't skip class or anything. We went outside. I told him my friend was coming. He was like, okay, that's fine. He's in his car. He was like, I'm over here looking for his car. He's like, you're walking right behind my car. And so I'm like, oh snap. So I get inside the car and he's like, hey, and I'm like, hey. It was so awkward, but I'm trying to remember because it was like 5 years ago. So we talked, you know, we were getting to know each other more, and he met my friend, you know, my friend kind of like had conversations with him too. We had a good conversation. It was a pretty good conversation. I don't remember what we were talking about because I was 17, but you know, whatever. So it was time for lunch to be over. When my friend got out of the car, my friend texted me and she was like, mind you, she took some videos of us. I'm like, bro. Mind you, she was texting me saying, give him a kiss, give him a kiss. I'm like, bro. So she gets out the car because she knows what she's doing. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go now. And then he's like, okay, well, I see you whenever you want me to see you. I give him a kiss. And that was literally my first kiss with a guy. It's so simple. But, I know, boring, okay? Shut up. But, yeah. I get out the car, I get back in the car, I kissed him again because it was just too good. And he said, okay, bye, go. So I go and went back inside the school, and then I texted him when I got out of school. It was around like 7 in the afternoon when I texted him, and he was like, when can I come see you? And I said, well, you can't come over to my place because I don't live alone. Like, I'm 17, I still live under someone's roof. He's like, okay, well, you can come to my place. So I'm like, okay. So it was the next day, it was the weekend, it was Saturday. I didn't have no school. We texted, and long story short, he picked me up. I made sure, I was clean, took a shower, brushed my teeth, sprayed some cologne. And I just want to say, don't judge me, because I wasn't really educated in the bottoming thing. I didn't have no experience. So I wasn't educated in the bottoming thing. I didn't know what you had to do. I thought you just had to like wash. And I know a lot of y'all are calling me a dumbass, okay? Don't judge me, okay? I'm sorry. Like, it happened. What happened, happened. I can't go back and change the past. If I could, I would, okay? But long story short, I cleaned up, bad thing, I ate before we linked up. Yo, I'm editing this video, but I need to tell y'all what I ate. I ate a big breakfast because it was around the morning, early afternoon. I had pancakes, bacon, eggs, and some orange juice. It was a big breakfast too. Like, and usually when I eat, I use the restroom. So I use the restroom, and then after I use the restroom, I make sure I clean myself, So I cleaned, showered and everything, wash my peach. And fast forward, we're going to his place, and pretty nice place. He had an apartment. I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, okay, like, we're about to do it. We're about to do it. But I wasn't thinking about going all the way. Like, I did get ready just in case, like, mentally. So we went to his living room. We kind of like watched a little movie, and everything. We were cuddling. And like, I just remember, like, I got so much butterflies. Like, I was living that teenage fantasy. Like, I got so much butterflies. Like, his arms was wrapped around me. He was giving me kisses. I kissed him. He was like, you want to go to my room? I was like,
Let's go.
we go to his room. And we got on the bed. We went on his bed. And, we were kissing. He got hard, and I was like, okay, I wanna gawk. So I kissed on his body, and I go down, I licked on his nipples, and then I go down, and I swirl my tongue around that tip, and he was like, fuck. Yeah. Then I started going away. His sexy ass, he looked so good. He put his cap on backwards. That's a weakness for me. That is a weakness for me, okay? Putting your cap on backwards like that, don't do that shit to me. So anyway, yeah, he put his cap on backwards, and he was just enjoying it. And then, like, in my head, I'm like, am I ready to have sex? Because, I was so obsessed with losing my virginity. I was just waiting on that day, I was like, fuck. And then, like, I told him, I said, I want you in me. And then he was like, for real? I was like, yeah, I want you in me. And then he was like, you got any condoms? We were safe. Yeah, we were safe. We played it safe, okay? We played safe around this bitch. The fuck? So he's like, okay, like, he had a condom already, but yeah. So we put on the condom. Bad thing is that I regret losing my virginity to this guy, because I'm sorry, let me pause the story real quick. He don't give head. He don't munch. He don't eat cake, cupcakes, whatever. He don't do none of that, bro. Like, I'm just like... So anyway, I found that out afterwards. The condom had lubricant, but it wasn't enough lubricant. So he didn't spit or anything. I don't remember if he did or not, but he definitely didn't eat me out. So it was like, bro, like... So it was dry, and that shit was not a good experience. If you gonna have sex, use lube, okay? So he goes in, and like, it hurted. It hurted. It hurted really, really bad. And I was like, oh, like, I screamed. But I didn't tell him to stop or anything. But yeah, he goes in. And like, he's taking his time and everything. And I told him it was my first time. I did tell him it was my first time. He goes in and he's like grinding and everything. And I started to lose my arch because, like, damn, bitch, like, that shit fucking hurt. Like, damn, I was expecting for it to hurt that bad. So then, like, it did get easier, but it still kind of hurted because, like I said, there was no lube. So, man, I gave up. I didn't do the arch, but I laid on my stomach and he was just pounding away. Like, and I'm just there like, oh my God, oh my God. So then he's like, are you okay? And I say, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I'm moaning away. Y'all. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, let's stop now. We stop. Y'all, when I tell y'all, he pulled out. There was, I painted.
Oh my God! What is that?
I painted. But it wasn't like thick-ish. It was like, it wasn't diarrhea, but it was more liquidy. And it was really thin.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, it was shit. So, I felt something wet back there. But, like, I didn't know if that was what it was. So, it couldn't be anything else, right? But anyway. So, like, I just know when he pulled out, he, like, paused. He was like, I think you should go to the bathroom. Like, he didn't overreact. He was like, I think you should go to the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, we have a problem here. So I go to the restroom, bro. I'm in the mirror and I turn around and I see shit. And I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, I was so embarrassed. Like, I was so embarrassed to a point, like, I didn't even want to come out the restroom, bro. I was like, oh my God.
I shit on this man's dick. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, I cleaned up, you know, he gave me a rag and everything and some soap. And like I said, I wasn't really like educated on the douching and everything. I didn't know nothing about, like, you know, I read about it, but I didn't have money to get a douche at the time. So yeah. I came back in the room after I cleaned up and I told him, I am so sorry. I apologize and everything. And then he was like, no, it's okay. Don't feel bad or anything. You know, it's okay. Mistakes happen. And I said, yeah, and plus this is my first time and everything. Yo, I was so embarrassed. Even if he said it was okay, that was embarrassing and that traumatized me. So he was like, just next time, maybe like take a laxative or something. I said, oh, okay.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
He went to go take off the condom and he washed off his Peter Whacker. And I just, you know, I finished off by continuing my Gawk 3000. So it was really good. Then when I asked him to give me some head, he come talking about, oh, I don't give head. I said, well, you don't give head. And then he said, yeah, I don't give head. I don't eat ass. I don't do anything. I was like, what the fuck? So you don't do anything with your mouth? He was like, no. And I was so pissed because I couldn't properly get fucked. So I wanted some head or something. I couldn't even get that shit. Anyway. But then, like, I had those thoughts in my head. I was like, is this really what losing your virginity is like? Like, it's not a big deal. So, yeah. So after that, like, we just watched a movie. We drank some hot chocolate, you know, and I went on and went back home. He dropped me off back home. And I reflected on what happened that day. Pretty shitty day, literally. So, that's the story time of me losing my virginity. I regret And I wish I got more educated on that, because that is so embarrassing till this day as a 22-year-old now. I was 17 at the time. That is so embarrassing. But, you know, I didn't have any more sexual intercourse no more until I was 18. And, you know, I had money and I bought me a douche and I was so excited. I bought some and that's a story time for another day. And then that's when I had my fun. Okay? That's that. And yeah, I had to learn that douching is a thing the hard way, literally. So yeah. But the guy that took my virginity, he still tried to text me till this day. And, you know, I can't do it no more. Like, you know, as I grew older, like, I started being more into new things, you know. He doesn't fit that. He's not as kinky as me, so I can't do it. So anyway, so that's the story time of my first time bottoming. It was a painful one. Bottoming is not for the weak. So yeah. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. And please give me some ideas on what videos to make next. If y'all want some story times, what kind of story times do y'all want? You know, let me know, because I can use some help or what content to do for y'all. And yeah, please subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. If you watched to the end, I know this is very but hey, at the end of the day, it's a so no, you're supposed to. I know, I learned my lesson. But yeah, I'll see you on the next video. And yeah, bye. See y'all.